Hello friends, welcome to Power Electronics lecture series. Today we will see the power MOSFET information and its characteristic. Now in today's session we will see what is meant by power MOSFET. Now this is of outline of our today's guest lecture. It is basics of power MOSFET. What is meant by power MOSFET, what are its features. Then second point is features of power MOSFET. Third one is what are different symbols of power MOSFET, N channel power MOSFET and P channel power MOSFET. Next one is structure of power MOSFET. Then working of power MOSFET, and last one is VI characteristic of power MOSFET. Now let us say what is meant by first point is basics of power MOSFET. Now MOSFET stands for metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, and this power MOSFET has high switching frequency which is equals to 100 kilohertz, near about 100 kilohertz switching frequency it has, and it is voltage control device. Okay, now next, what are the different features of power MOSFET? Now power MOSFET has low input current. It is voltage control device, means its output current and voltage depends on the input voltage value. Third, it has high switching speed. Okay, next, it do not have problem like second breakdown. So secondary breakdown will happen in power BJT, while in power MOSFET we don't have the problem like secondary breakdown. Next, it is an active device and it has high input impedance. Now let us see. Next point is symbol of power MOSFET. Okay. Now how the symbol of power MOSFET is? We are basically having two power MOSFET, N channel power MOSFET and P channel power MOSFET. Let us see how to draw the symbol of power MOSFET. It has three terminals: drain, gate and source. Okay, if the arrow direction is inward, so this is our drain terminal, this is our gate terminal and this is our source terminal. Okay, if the arrow direction is inward, this type of MOSFET is called as N channel MOSFET. In second type of MOSFET, the arrow direction is outward. It also has three terminals: gate, drain and source. If the arrow direction is outward, it is called as P channel MOSFET. Okay, so power MOSFET basically has two types, N channel and P channel. While in N channel, the source terminal has inward direction of arrow, and in P channel, the source terminal has outward direction of arrow. Next point is structure of power MOSFET. Okay, as you had seen from the diagram, it has four terminals: N plus, P, N minus and N plus, where source is connected to N plus terminal as well as drain is connected to N plus terminal. Okay, then it above the N plus layer it has N minus drift layer and P terminal, which is called as body of this particular MOSFET. Then this P channel is connected to, this body is connected to from body there are two terminals are taken out which is connected to gate. While this gate terminal is not directly connected to body, one more layer of SiO2 layer is above the body terminal. Okay, then if I had shortened this diagram, then it is given like you are having N is connected to drain, N is connected to source, the P side is connected, P side is called as body, and between N and P it is having gate terminal, and between gate terminal and P channel we are having one more layer of SiO2 layer. While this SiO2 layer is used to behave as a capacitor. Now what is use of drift layer? with the help of drift layer we can increase the speed of switching speed of our MOSFET, as well as while introducing the n minus layer we can handle voltage handling capacity of MOSFET. So these are two advantages of adding drift layer. Next point is working of power MOSFET. Okay, so this structure is shown here. We are having n plus terminal which are connected to source and drain. This is gate terminal and this is body of our MOSFET. Okay, now what happens if my gate terminal is connected to positive terminal of battery and the body is connected to negative terminal of battery? This voltage is called as, this voltage is given between gate and this terminal, sorry, this voltage is given between gate and body, so it is VGS. Okay, between gate and source we are applying the battery supply here. Okay, as gate is connected to positive terminal of battery and source, that is body, is connected to negative terminal of battery, from the gate side we are generating the positive supply voltage here, positive terminal here. We are connecting negative terminal to source, so from P side we are generating the negative terminal. Again we are increasing the positive voltage across gate side, the negative charge carriers will go on adding, again the next negative charge go on adding, and we are generating the one channel is introduced here. That channel is called as induced channel. This channel is generated here. This channel is called as induced channel, or the same terminal is called as inversion layer. So because of inversion layer, there is path formed between these two n plus layer. Now again, if I am connecting this source terminal and drain terminal, with drain terminal connected to drain terminal is connected to positive battery supply, sorry, drain terminal is connected to positive battery supply and gate terminal is connected to negative battery supply. Source is connected to negative, drain is connected to positive. So in that case, because of this drain to source battery supply, there is flow of current from this drain to source, and that current is called as ID. That is nothing but a drain current. So because of formation of this induced channel or inversion layer, there is path formed between this n plus and this n plus region. So because of this path, the flow of charge carriers induces one current. That current is called as drain current. And if the channel is absent here, then because of drain to source voltage, a depletion layer is formed in between, and the depletion region opposes the flow of current here. So this is what working of power MOSFET. Here we are applying the gate and source voltage. Because of gate and source voltage, there is output voltage, means VDS. This is called as drain to source voltage. Because of this input voltage, the output voltage is controlled. So this device is called as voltage controlled device. Next we will see the VI characteristic of MOSFET. So VI characteristic is divided into two: transfer characteristic, transfer characteristic, and second one is output characteristic. Let us see what is VI characteristic of MOSFET. VI characteristic of MOSFET is divided into two parts: transfer characteristic and output characteristic. Now very first, what is transfer characteristic? if I draw a graph of drain current on y-axis and gate to source sources on x-axis. This is, suppose VGS is input voltage on x-axis and output current on y-axis, making output voltage VDS, which is called as output voltage constant, making output voltage constant. So as initially, what is transfer characteristic? It is graph of output current on y-axis and input voltage on x-axis while making the output voltage constant. Okay, so whenever we are applying the gate to source voltage, initially the drain current is 0 and then it will go on increasing. So this characteristic is called as transfer characteristic. Our next point is, so as we are going to increase the VGS, we are going to increase the drain current. Our next characteristic is called as output characteristic. It is again a graph of drain current on y-axis and output voltage on x-axis, making input voltage as constant. So VGS is our input voltage. Okay, so initially the current increases to a small amount, then it has, as we are applying the VDS on x-axis, as we go on increasing the drain to source voltage, the current start increasing with a small value, then it remains constant, and after breakdown it increases very sharply. Now let us say, suppose it is at VGS equals to 0.6 volt. Okay, so initially the drain current increases, then the drain current has constant value up to some point, and after breakdown occurs, the drain current increases sharply. So let us take the second value at VGS is equals to 1 volt. Suppose VGS is equals to 1 volt. Again the same current increases slowly up to some value, then it has constant value, and after breakdown it increases sharply. Again for next value of VGS, the graph remains same. Okay, suppose VGS is equals to 2 volt. So below this VGS equals to 0.6 volt, there is no value present here. So this characteristic is called, this region is called as cut-off region. Okay, for the value where drain current increases as the drain to source voltage increases, this region is called as ohmic region. And for third value, as we are increasing the VDS but the current remains constant, here the current remains constant, this region is called as active region. So this is what output characteristic of MOSFET. What is output characteristic of MOSFET? Output characteristic of MOSFET is nothing but drain current on y-axis, which is equals to output current, VDS, it is output voltage on x-axis, making input voltage as constant. So initially the current increases slowly up to some value, then for some region before breakdown the current has constant value, and then it increases sharply. So in today's session,